Somebody asked me one time, said, and this is part of the shoot series, says, what are my thoughts on David Koresh? For those of you who don't know who David Koresh was, he was leader of the branch Davidians. He was a madman by many cases. I mean, this is part of this whole cult figure understanding, like Jim Jones and some other wackos. Newfoundland syrup, purity. Anyway, my thoughts on him. He understood the meaning of connecting with the young people because he was a kid, he was bullied and everything else, and he found his love in the Bible and music. And to me, I can understand that because, in a way, you got to connect with the young people. If you want to bring people to Christianity or spirituality, you got to understand. You got to, I suppose you could say, update with the times. I mean, the Catholic Church. I'm Catholic and I'm proud of it, but the thing is, they're just not moving with the times. And in my mind, I think that Koresh knew that to get people to join the Branch Davidians, he needed to get music. He needed to get, he needed to pretty much get the kids on his side, and that's what he did. And if you could look him up on YouTube, some of his music, I will go on record as saying Koresh was probably a very talented musician. He had a good voice. He could play the guitar like you wouldn't believe. But in my mind, I think that I think that he was a madman. He got his way. He forced himself on young girls. He abused people like Jim Jones. I mean, he pretty much was the 1993 version of Jim Jones. And, he pretty much let his people down, and he killed himself with the people in his own compound. So, in my mind, I have no feelings of sympathy towards him. My thoughts are pretty clear. He was a madman. And unfortunately, people need to realize that, don't get yourself suckered in by people like this. And he puts a black eye on Christians everywhere. And unfortunately, people like that do get the young people involved. I mean, I'm not blaming Christianity. I'm blaming David Koresh and Jim Jones because he was a madman. But, sometimes madmen are not stupid, they're smart.